everybody, it's Daughter of Lilith. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. Today we're doing a pick a card reading love forecast for July 2019. So before we get into it, I'm just gonna share some things I have over here. So I have a candle burning for us. This is the candle I had burning while I made this self-love spell here. This spell, look at it. I'm so proud of it. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see all the things in it, but I've really packed it in there. I will be offering modifications on this spell, so either a self-love spell or a spell to bring in new love, or a spell to sweeten an existing relationship. I can do all kinds of those modifications on that spell if you want to purchase that from me. My email is in the description, so feel free to email me and get a hold of me and we can talk about that. Okay, so moving on. Here I have 3 stones to separate the piles. I use all these stones in my love magic as well. So we have Moonstone for the first group, Emerald Beryl for the second, and the classic Rose Quartz for the third group. I will have timestamps in the description. We're gonna get right into it. As always, this is a general reading. If you want a individual reading with me about love or any other topic, feel free to email me as well and get a hold of me for the details. Again, email is in the description. If this does not resonate with you, that is perfectly okay. Just take a moment to pause the video and make sure that whatever stone you pick, whichever pile you pick, you feel good about it. Again, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly okay. These are general readings, and I'm reading for a lot of people here. So, all right, let's just get right into it with group 1 with the Moonstone. Oh my gosh, so excited. Okay, wow. Oh, you guys, okay, this is interesting. So, right away, so Moonstone seems appropriate because this card, even though this is not a tarot deck, this card to me represents the moon card in the tarot, because we have Aquarius and we have the towers and we have the moon again. So I'm picking up on, with this card, basically the moon and the high priestess, which is astrologically associated with the moon, that you may be coming out of kind of a dark night of the soul, so to speak, and there's going to be a lot of things revealed to you. I'm seeing people around you. You are attracting, once that's revealed to you, once you come into your own power here, after you work through this, and you know what you want, you know how to actually take that information and use it to your advantage, you're going to be attracting some very interesting people and energies around you. Because I'm seeing 2 court cards and the scepters. These are really sexy people around you. So either you are one of these people and you're attracting the other, or you may be even attracting both these kinds of people. So the princes, this is a younger man, very passionate, this is if you doubled fire energy, that's what this card is. There's so much fire energy. This person is very passionate, very sexy. A little bit, could come off a little bit immature, but in a bad boy kind of way. I don't know. Again, don't get attached to gender. If I say this is a man, don't get too attached to that. It's possible that it could be a more just masculine person, no matter what their gender is, okay? whoever they are, they embody like kind of like a snarky bad boy, and like they're like really cute for that. And also this is a feminine energy, not necessarily a woman, but probably for most of you a woman. And I'm getting for some of you picking this reading, some of you this is you, that you're coming in to feel after, you know, seeing people be attracted to you, and coming into your own power, you're feeling very relaxed in your own sexuality. I know this is a love reading, but like, I didn't think I would get like stuff specifically about like sex and romance right away, but here we are. Yeah, you're relaxing into your sexuality. You're really owning it. You're owning your body, and for those of you who identify as feminine, you're really owning your femininity in a way that is active, because this is fire energy. Again, this is not passive. This is an active. If you are out there dating, you are, you don't feel shame anymore, especially if you're a woman or a feminine person out there dating and you're approaching men or masculine people. You no longer are feeling the stigma, or you're at least moving away from the stigma of waiting to be approached. You know how to do that dance really well. You know when someone is going to approach you, and you can let them believe that they've approached you first. But you're the one actually making the initiative. You're the one setting the scene. You're the one getting their attention and calling them over, basically. So you have your way of, it may not be super overt to other people. For some of you, it is more, I'm getting that it is more direct. We'll get to that in a second. That it is more direct, but for some of you, you are just kind of relaxed with it. You're not taking it to the extreme, okay? With the Lord of Skulls, so this is the Earth card for y'all. This could be, I feel like this could be a potential lover in the short term. This is the person that would be there for like the long term. This is someone, I was getting with these two combined, I was getting that some of you, the way that you're approaching people is you're typically the kind of person to build a friendship with them very quickly, and you ease into anything beyond friendship. That's what I was getting. But for some of the rest of you who are attracting a bunch of people towards you, some of you may even be polyamorous. I don't know. I don't want to like assume, but even if you're not, you're just single and you're having fun. That's what I'm getting. This could be after you're having fun. This could be your more long-term partner, someone that is very good at listening to you. I don't know. That's what the skull is telling me. The skull and the horse are telling me they're very good at listening to you, and they also have a good sense of romance. Even though they're a very practical person, they definitely love to like sweep you off your feet and make you feel special. So that's what I'm getting from these cards. Let's have a look. I'm excited over here because, okay, so we have the what would be the 10 of Wands? No. The 10 of, yes, this is the 10 of Wands. Oh my God, what? I'm so sorry. This would be the 10 of Wands. This would be the 10 of Cups. And this would be the 2 of Cups, okay? So just with those energies alone, before I delve into the cards intuitively, I'm getting that okay. So the 10 of Wands is usually like hard work and burdens and whatever. But what I'm getting intuitively is that the real like sense of burden is all the new attention on you this month, because you don't know what to do with it. All these microphones around her, I don't know if you see. And at first it's like a lot of fun, but like you have to be careful that you're not gonna reach like any kind of burnout, and not all the people approaching you are the best for you. That's what's telling me with like Tombo way in the background, and this shady guy with the sunglasses is telling me that the creepy people are gonna approach you first, like for real. Like that's just how it is. The creepy people, the desperate people, those are usually the people approaching you first. And if you have a one-night stand with them, that's fine, but like sometimes they're just really not worth your time if you want something deeper. But I'm also seeing that, okay, so again, with 10s it's usually a completion, but with seeing these 10s before the 2 is telling me that, especially intuitively, this is telling me that in order to attract the right kind of love to you, like the right kind of romantic love to you, I'm seeing that you have to find love in other places. So this could be family, friends, yourself, a pet even just being like kind to other people around you in your neighborhood. Like she's not related to these women, but she's helping them, and they're just 2 old ladies and she's helping them, and make friends with people and really bond with people. That way you'll be vibrating you'll be vibrating on that frequency. I sound so fucking new agey saying that, I'm sorry, but you'll be vibrating on that like love frequency, and so that way you're more ready for like romantic love, which is definitely waiting for you at the end of this. Okay, so I'm getting like you need to be like discerning and also open, which is a difficult balance to have. Like they are very conflicting energies, but when you find that person like that you need, okay, or that is right for you, it will definitely feel like smooth sailing. This person is looking out for you. In the movie, the goose actually warns her of an incoming wind. So this person has your back. This person is someone who wants to I'm getting that they may or may not stay very long, even though I was talking about this. Even if they don't, even for some of you, if it turns out they don't stay very long, this person could become like a good friend. So I'm even seeing for some of you this work a little bit backwards, but that's okay. And so but for others, this is the beginning of like something very committed and long term. Yeah, things will just fly very easily between you and this other person. Let's see, any other messages that I'm missing before I move on? Okay. Yeah, so the air here and the water here is telling me that like things are flowing the way they need to. I know everyone's freaked out about the eclipse and the retrogrades and all that. I'm getting that if you take your time and you really like know what you want and you are listening to yourself and you're open, okay, this will go smoothly for you. You'll be okay. Just be careful of jumping into things that may or may not be right for you long term. Just like take it easy. Take it really easy. Enjoy yourself. There's nothing wrong with having one night stands and stuff. Just be careful about who you get attached to short term, because you don't want it to distract you from like what is really waiting for you. And like yeah, so just have fun, but just be mindful of where your heart is at. That's where I'll leave that. So thank you so much for watching group 1 Moonstone group. And I will be leaving some of my links in the description for those of you who are interested in personal readings from me, or you are interested in maybe some love work from me. Email me. I have other content. I make content about witchcraft and tarot, so feel free to check that out. Subscribe, like my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Okay. Group 2 with the emerald. There's a child screaming outside. I don't like that. Okay. Oh dear. We're looking at... Ooh, you guys have an interesting spread as well. Oh wow, okay. you're balancing a lot. You guys might be affected more by the energies in the stars this month. And yet, okay, so yeah. Excuse me. There's definitely an effect from I feel like from the eclipse right here, the moon. But I feel like if you're the kind of person who does, if you're this group has a lot of the kind of people who do, you know, meditation or shadow work of some kind, that this month will be a time for things to be revealed to you, and you're going to be looking at your past relationships with a new perspective. That's what this heart here and this eye are telling me, and the feathers of truth and the snake. You're definitely going to be looking at your past self, and you might be a bit critical of yourself. I would say be gentle. It's easy to look back and look back on our previous relationships and be like, oh my god, like, I was so stupid. You know, I guess this is turning out to be for singles. I don't know if, but like, we have to be gentle. Like, everyone makes mistakes, and when we fall in love or we have deep feelings for other people, it's very easy to look past some red flags. Okay, so you just gotta be gentle with your previous self, but also learn from past mistakes, and definitely come from a place of openness, of gentleness. Okay, I'm getting also the sense that a lot of you really felt that love, like those of you who may be LGBT, those of you who went to Pride, even if you're not LGBT, maybe you're like an ally and you went to Pride, a lot of you were feeling that love energy. I would say, like, ride with that gentleness, ride with that openness, and really, for lack of a better word, tenderness is what's coming to me. You want to be gentle and loving with yourself and with your past self and moving forward, and that understand, you know, making mistakes in relationships is completely normal. Everyone does it. How are you going to learn anything if you don't do it? And the best way to learn from it is to be kind to yourself in retrospect, because if you're just criticizing yourself, then, you know, you're going to be kicking yourself for something else, and it's going to discourage you from falling in love. It's going to discourage you from dating and seeing other people, or even making friends sometimes, and getting close to people in general, because, you know, you're just not being kind to yourself. So how can you believe that other people can be kind to you if you are not kind to yourself? Okay. What is standing out to me here, of course, are the scepters again. We're back with some fire energy down here. So I feel like with this card, you're flying away from some previous stuff in the past, that you are moving. You are trying to smash down, like, your old relationship habits. You are trying to break free of them and move into something new. That's what this sun down here is telling me. The mask down here is also telling me that too, that you're moving away from trying to be something you're not. This is also this is Mercury and Sagittarius, so I'm getting that, like, you want to be honest with your words. You want to be more spontaneous with your speech, because I feel like in the past maybe you were a little too careful. So you want to be more yourself, and you want to say what you think. With the Seven of Grails, hold on. I'm getting that you're hesitant, oddly enough. Like, that you're very excited to be dating, but you're also hesitant. There's a lot of again, thoughts back here about like people who've deceived you in the past. You know, we have a lot of snakes going on. For me, snakes are positive, but at the same time, I'm feeling like, you know, snake as in like someone who betrayed you. And they're, you know, being in her hair, it makes me think of it's occupying your thoughts, so, and your emotions. But that also, you know, she's leaning towards the door way over here, this light. She doesn't quite see it yet. I think just be patient with yourself, and when you're ready, you'll be ready, because there's an ace right over here. And so, and there's also this man facing in, and she's facing him, and this is in between, and that's a good sign. So, 'cause even though you may be reflecting, you have moved past this. And I feel like this is some kind of transitionary period before you can move on. There's some kind of healing going on, for sure. This is Venus and Scorpio, by the way, energy here. Yeah, there's some kind of processing and healing, reflecting, but in a way that's looking towards the future. So I guess that's good. You've broken down something here. You're balancing out with water energy, because this is fire, we got the water. So there's some kind of calming down, I guess, a little bit of a calm down before we head into, boom. Here we got Ace of Scepters. So this is, to me, this is just like an influx again. If this is, some of you may be from the previous group as well. The influx of sexual energy coming your way. Also, it's summer, you know, people getting laid, okay? A lot of people getting laid. Influx of sexual energy. It could be that, like, you have a new friend with benefits, so to speak. I almost said something else. A new friend with benefits of some kind, or a new relationship. I'm not seeing a lot of cups or hearts energy, so I feel like this is more of like sex is being used as a tool to kind of move away from some of the baggage of having emotional relationships, I feel. So this is more of a self-love kind of reading, is what I'm getting, is that like this is a transition out of focusing too much on other people and learning to focus on yourself. And yeah, other people might be involved, but with the Prince of Skulls here, I'm getting that like this is great because we're getting different elements, and then, ooh, excuse me, bumping the camera. We have Earth here, kind of grounding everything together. This little moth or butterfly, I'm not sure. This little, we'll say it's a butterfly. This little butterfly down here, I'm getting right by the back of the skull, sitting right on the back of the skull, is you're gonna have like this, once you like ground and really process all the energies that are coming your way, you're gonna have like an aha moment. You're gonna know what you want, and you're gonna come back to it. You're gonna come back to this power. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like a boom boom kind of feeling here. Also, the moon is like kind of behind him. He's not too worried about the moon, but you remember the moon over here had like this big influence. Whatever it is, it's worked through. This could also be a new lover or person in your life helping you work through it too. That talking to them, because this is like the air aspect of Earth. Talking to them can help you come to that aha, eureka kind of moment. Or it could be a process that you do entirely on your own. But I'm getting for some of you, it is like a friend or a lover. So that it's kind of like, whoop. Okay. Hope that made sense. I'm sorry if that was weird or confusing. Okay. Let's So we have the King of Swords here. We have the Jack of Wands, or the Page of Wands if you want to use tarot. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, with the words here, because this is Mercury, and then we're coming to air here. I'm getting that some of you are becoming more assertive with your words, with your communication, what you want specifically. That could be seen as harsh by other people, and that's okay. Especially with, I don't know why, but like the kitchenware is telling me that you are being clear with what you need, especially in love. You're clear with what you need and what you expect, and you're not lowering your standards. Because to me, like, the king is like, it's the highest position in the court cards. So like, this is the highest standard. You know, you're not lowering your standards, which I think is good. This is telling me, this is tying in with the ace here, because this is again fire energy, that you have this openness as well, even with, I know it seems like a contradiction, even with these high standards here, you have this openness, at least sexually, to explore other people, and you're getting into like a playful, I got for some of you what playing, like a certain kind of play, if you look at the animals here, certain kind of play, trying to be discreet, because this is not necessarily an 18+ reading. Some of you are getting playful and open and having fun with dating. Even those of you who may not be like having sex, like you're getting a little bit flirty, and at the same time, for some of you, you're doing all this while having this long-term goal in mind, because these little kittens telling me, you know, some of you want to be parents. And so, like, you have this openness and you're having fun, but you know what your long-term goal is. I guess that does tie back into your high standards. So, some of you want to start families, for sure. With the Eight of Pentacles here, I'm getting that those of you who do want to start families, or even those of you who may not want to have children yet or haven't considered that, who just want to settle down, because that's also what this can mean, that there's a lot here that has to be put in place first. There's a lot of your dreams that you still need to accomplish. Again, like, use these skills, okay? Because it can feel slow and it can feel like it's never going to happen, but it will happen, I promise. And you are on your way to it, okay? So, but I say, like, have fun. You know, have fun. Don't worry about meeting the perfect person yet, because if you keep your goals front and center, your goals other than like relationship and family starting goals and things like that, work on building like a stable foundation for yourself, stable foundation for yourself, then everything else is going to fall in place, basically. But this is just for the month of July, all right? Like, so we can't expect everything to happen so quickly. So again, just like take it slow, have fun. You're going to be very busy by the end of the month with your career choices, with finances and things like that. And with other things that just hold value to you. So even if, like, say you're in college or whatever, like, you're gonna be busy with that, some practical mundane things, and that's okay, because that's all relevant to building the foundation that you need for what you want ultimately. So yeah, looking back overall, just remember to be gentle with yourself, have fun. That doesn't mean that you have to lower your standards. You absolutely do not. Keep your standards in mind, keep your goals in mind. don't criticize yourself too harshly for what you did in the past or for the mistakes you've made. You can still learn from yourself without criticizing yourself so strongly. Yeah, I think you'll still have fun. You know, it's a little, this particular reading was a little more, got a little bit more practical at the end, but I feel like you'll still have a lot of fun this month. Certainly in the middle of the month, okay? All right, thank you so much for watching Emerald Group. If you would like to get a personalized reading from me, I have my email in the description to contact me. You can also purchase a spell from me as well if you want to know more about that. Please let me know in an email. And if you enjoyed this video and this reading, please let me know in the comments, like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, last but not least, oops. All right, last but not least, we have the Rose Quartz group. Oh, yes, okay, that's the first card. I'm already happy for you. Oh, damn, okay. Wow. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Interesting. Sorry about that. Wow. Okay, where do I even begin? This is gonna be an interesting month for you guys. Kind of a little bit of a whirlwind because we have this extreme connection happening. We have this balance. We have this amazing emotional fulfillment. Excuse me, let me just fix the camera a little bit. Then we have this dramatic change. Wow, okay, so let me just seeing some themes here. Okay, so we have, these are all cups here. We have two major arcana cards, one court card, well, two court cards here. Sword and a wand card. Okay. Yes, so some of you may already be in relationships. That's what I'm getting for the start of this month. They're very, these connections are really beautiful. Either if you're not in a relationship, then I feel like you're attracting people that are complementary to you, and you may not even be in a relationship with them or start a relationship with them, but there are people that you mesh with really well emotionally. And you're starting off the month spending a lot of time with them, okay? That whoever this person is, like you two bring out, you two or three or however many, bring out the best in each other. And you feel like you can really be yourselves. And it's like, it's kind of interesting because this is like Two of Cups energy. I feel like what one lacks, the other fills in. I don't know how else to say that. Like what one person is lacking, the other person has that quality, and vice versa. So like you, I don't want to say you complete each other because I don't like the connotation there, but and you're complementary to each other. You're like yin and yang. You just fit together in a way that makes sense, and it works, and it's compatible. I'm also seeing like it's very balanced here. I'm also saying like for a lot of you this month is you're starting off with a lot of healing energy. Some of you may be very aware of the energy shifts happening if you are paying attention to any of the astrology stuff, and you're not sweating it. This group, I feel like y'all are prepared. Y'all are prepared. You know the shifts are coming and you are prepared. Like this Your chakras are all aligned. Well, maybe not all perfectly aligned, but they're prepped. They're ready. You have your spiritual armor on, so to speak. You have your ducks in a row. You have this balance of life just like really organized and figured out. And if you don't, then because some of you may not, if some of you do not, I feel like you may be leaning on this person to help you achieve that, and they kind of help you feel stable. So that's really nice. So this could be like, again, if you're not like in a relationship with them, this could be like a friend or a friend that you may not even have considered like romantically, but they probably have considered you romantically, or maybe you have considered them, but nothing ever happened of it, but you two like just really work well together. This is someone you already know. I definitely know that. And so with the healing energy and also with like the comfort of another person, I'm getting like there's a lot of emotional fulfillment to be had moving into July, or like in July. This is moon in, well, this is moon in Jupiter, but there's also Piscean energy. No, this is this is Jupiter in Pisces, excuse me. Yeah, so there's this like feeling of like expanding. If this is a person that you're already in a relationship with, there's this feeling like you guys are building up all this emotional energy, and for better or for worse, and it's just like very, very, very passionate and intense. It's a little bit like a roller coaster, okay? And followed by the Death card, I'm getting that whatever this energy is riding on, there is going to be a dramatic shift. I don't want to assume that anybody's breaking up with anybody, but I know that that's a possibility, because again, this is a reading for a lot of people. Either way, in a more positive light, this is the end of one phase of something. This is, I feel like for a lot of you, this is the end of a phase of your relationship. So this is kind of like the honeymoon phase. And it's a drastic change and a kind of, I feel like a growing up. That's what just came to me, growing up. So some of you are like young couples or partner groups, emerging into like the adult world. Some of you, it may have been like this summer is like you really enjoying being young, but you have to kind of face the reality that there are some more responsibilities put on you too, as if you're like forming a household together. And for others of you, it's just like a feeling of leaving something behind, something that was a bit more playful and like less mature. You're moving into something more mature. That's what I'm getting over here and over here. So with this shift, and this shift is also maybe very taxing, so it's important to rest and recuperate, because the Death card is not just there to tell us that things are ending, but it's also trying to tell us that we need to rest before we can be reborn, okay? Over here with the Prince of Grails, I'm getting, yeah, the sense of emotional maturity that's developing after this big shift, this big like reality check that's happening. And this is gonna change your relationships or the way you approach relationships, but ultimately it's going to make you feel like more in control and more equipped to deal with things. So whatever this big shift is, you're going to be able to reflect on it maturely and really like, because of he's holding the cup, you know, and he's looking kind of away. So he has his emotions in his hand, but he's looking at them more objectively, okay? And here we see the Magician using the contents of the cup later. So these lessons that are learned here will be your greatest tools moving forward, I feel. Especially because he's holding the scepter and the cup. Especially in like sex and relationships, I'm feeling like that things are moving towards what you want. And again, like, the Magician is ruled by Mercury, so that's what this card is. The Magician is ruled by Mercury, again, the planet of communication, and so I feel like after this big shift, you're gonna be better with how you communicate your emotions and like move forward. And again, like, kind of like what I said in the last group, communicate your feelings and what you want and what your standards are, and not settle. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, again, with the Jack of Swords or Spades, this is like the Page of Swords, so I sense this like newness and excitement to use these skills, but to just be careful not to like retreat back into any kind of insecurities with it. Just like know that you should have the confidence or whatever, okay? So, and some of you is just like childlike excitement to be like, oh, I worked through my crap and I'm ready to move on and forward, and like some of you are just like jumping right into it, okay? Oh yeah, some of you barreling right into it, and it's throwing some people off a little bit. Like a lot of you have a lot to share, and that may be a lot for a lot of people to handle when you start executing it, and that's okay though. Like, that's okay. With this progression, because like this is a direct progression, so we have a 7 and then an 8, even though they're in a different suit. I feel like, especially with the Death card here speaking to me again, there's gonna be a feeling of parting ways with people who aren't vibing with you. And again, this is not necessarily like a breakup. This could be friends or an old job, something like that. Like, even sadly, maybe some family members you want to distance yourself from. I'm getting the sense of like there are some people that you're moving away from because they're not good for you emotionally, but because you've moved away from them or distanced yourself from them, maybe not cut them out of your life completely, but just distance yourself from them, there's an influx of new people. That's what this like message is telling me. That like people who were maybe hesitant to come forward before are going to be like reaching out to you and want to be close to you, and that's gonna catch you a little off guard, but I think ultimately it's going to be a good thing. So that's what it feels like. So, and like some of these people maybe you thought were too cool for you, like, and to hear like too cool or too attractive or whatever, and like to see them like reach out to you is like a big shock. You're like, wow, like I didn't think, I've been like a wallflower this whole time. I didn't think that they admired me, That's what this plant is telling me. This plant is just speaking to me, and also like the expression on her face. So okay, that's really cool. Yeah, so you're gonna have a lot of ups and downs, but I think ultimately this month is gonna be so productive for you, and you're gonna come out of it feeling very empowered, and other people are gonna recognize that, and it may even surprise you the progress you make, okay? Like, I'm sensing that this is gonna be like, yeah, when it was very internal, it wasn't a surprise to you, but as soon as it really starts showing itself on the outside world, like, you're going to be impressed with yourself. You're going to be loving yourself. You're going to be vibing with yourself. And so you're going to be able to bring in new love of any kind, like romantic or otherwise. You're going to be bringing in more love your way. And if those of you who are already in existing relationships, you are going to approach your relationship differently. You're going to come out of this more supportive of your partner, okay? Or partners. I'm trying to be inclusive here. And your partner is going to better understand you. That's what I'm getting as well. For a lot of you, your partner is going to be better understanding of you. Now I have to be honest, some of you, I'm getting like some of you are gonna be going through breakups. But it will be in the long term, like it's gonna allow you and your ex to better understand each other, but you're also, both of you are gonna be able to bring in more love, and possibly even for some of you, possibly come back to the relationship together and be together in a healthy light as opposed to where it started from. And it's, I don't go around saying that. I don't go around talking about people getting back together, so I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it, okay? But for others of you, you're not breaking up. It's just that it's like a very intense patch in your relationship, and it's the ending of one phase of your relationship, okay? And those of you who are single, there's a dramatic shift in a relationship with somebody else, like a friendship or a coworker or something, that's going to shift the way you perceive love and the way you're perceiving yourself and the way other people perceive you, okay? Wow, so this one was quite a doozy. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a more personalized reading from me, feel free to email me, as well as to ask me about my spell work. I also offer that. That's through the same email as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. I love reading comments. Give it a like, subscribe. That's much appreciated. Watch my other videos if you want. That'd be really great. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that this clarified some things for you and that you're excited for July like I am. I'm really excited. And I hope that you have a great day, and I hope to see you again.